everyone doing? I am just trying to get set up here, so bear with me. See, a few people have already joined. Let's see. So Melody's here, and Suzanne. I'm not recording. Just to let you know, you are not recording. Am I okay now? Hello, Susie. Hello, Suzanne. So yeah, so hopefully everything is good. Hopefully you can see me. Yep, I see Suzanne say I'm on. So yeah, so I was making a few adjustments and I saw that Melody was in the chat, so I just popped in and said hello real quick. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing really well. I actually have something planned today. I was working on it earlier, getting ready for the live, so hopefully you guys will enjoy what I'm going to do today. I see Jim just joined us. Had a good week. Got some really fun vintage items in, and I've actually added them to the shop, so I want to share those with you as well. And then, of course, I introduced a new kit, and I see Melody said she already made two Titanic cards. So that's cool. That's what we're going to play with today, Melody, is we're going to play with the new kit. And we're going to make a kind of like a, I don't know, you know when you go on a trip and you have your like ticket book. So I thought we'd make like a little journal today using some of the items on my kit. So hopefully my creative community is enjoying the new kit, which is the kit of the month. And you should have got that via email to be able to download. So hopefully you guys are all enjoying that. If you're not part of my creative community, why not? It's only $5. We all can afford $5. That's a cup of coffee, right? But so if you are part of my creative subscription community, you do get a kit of the month. And the kit of the month this month was, what was it called? Golden Age of Ocean Liners. See, I don't even remember what I named it. So let me go ahead and thank my creative community really quickly here. If you are part of my creative community, you do get the kit of the month along with extra perks. You got to see my first video using this kit first before everybody else. And hopefully you've enjoyed that. And then, of course, I've got my Backstage Pass members who have access to all of my new and old digitals. So you guys basically have the pick of the shop when it comes to my digitals. And that is an annual membership. And then, of course, my fan memberships are my subscribers that pay $3 a month just as a way to help me out. So I appreciate you as well. You guys get some perks as well. So I appreciate you all. So that's right, Melody. Quit going to Starbucks. In fact, you can't even get a medium fancy drink for $5 anymore. It's more than $5. So yeah, skip out on a cup of coffee one of these days this month and join my creative community. And hopefully you will enjoy getting the free kits every month. All right, so let's, I want to go ahead and share with you, as I always do, some of my finds this week. And let me go ahead and transition down. And I will share with you before we get started, because I always love sharing with you guys my fun finds. So let's see if I can figure this out. All right, so I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a great week and you're enjoying your weekend. Seems like the only time I actually get to craft is on the weekend these days because I'm pretty busy with work, but that's another story, right? All right, so if you follow me on Instagram, I shared with you this bundle of, it's a whole box full, vintage prescriptions from the 20s, 30s, and 40s. And let's see if I can. I was talking to, he must have been a pharmacist. I don't know, because he had lots of pharmacy items. And we got to talking, and I told him that I had a old Safeway book that holds my prescriptions, and I've shared this with you before. It's an old book that I have, and I store my prescriptions in here. But I also sell my prescriptions, and I was able to get him to part with his old prescriptions. So like I said, these are from the this is May 6, 1920. So I've got some really old ones here. Some of them are in better shape than others. I don't know if they were in a fire or just age. I think one of the things I said on Instagram is if I was 100 years old, I probably would be a little rough myself. But they still are pretty fantastic. So I was extremely excited to get my hands on this big lot, because it's becoming more and more difficult to come up with big lots of ephemera. So these are in the shop. I will be sharing it with my community via my shop. So if you are interested in getting your hands on some of these old prescriptions, definitely check out the shop, because they are listed. So super, super excited about that find. And then I also got my hands on this old from 1930, The Townsman from Baltimore. I think I got 5 or 6 of these magazines. And they just got some wonderful graphics. I'm going to be scanning these, of course. And I'm selling these. They're not in my shop yet, but if you do follow me on Instagram, I actually had a vintage paper sale on Instagram. And and if you do go on Instagram, you can find my items that I list. A lot of times I don't have the time to list everything in my shop, but I do pop-up sales on Instagram. So if you want to follow me and watch for those pop-up sales at TMC4u shop _shop, I have some of these magazines listed in there right now. It's super fun, but just really great graphics. And I will be scanning these before I let them go, of course. But that was another fun find that I had this weekend. And then I think I shared with you some of my catalogs. So I did list some of the catalog pages on Instagram as well. So just a few things that I'm sharing with y'all. All right, so let's get down to what we're going to do today. Like I said, we are going to play with my new kit. And I did a video on creating these 2 layered cards. Kind of a steamship ocean liner theme, but not necessarily the Titanic. And then I had some journal pages that I created as well that I used for the inside. So if you like to create journal pages, or journal books, there's some journal pages in there as well. So I did create these 2 cards on a video, and what I thought we would do today is to play with a few more of the items. So I went ahead and I sized this up because I want to create a journal book. So that's what we're going to do today. And then I just printed out some more of the paper to play with. The kit has some really fun tags as well. And lots of fun ephemera. So that's what I thought we would do today. Hopefully everybody is cool with that. I did pull out some of my Tim Holtz paper as well because I thought I would use those for my pages. So yeah, so does anybody have any questions, or should we just jump right in? I think we should just jump right in. What do you guys think? Alright, so I went ahead and I pre-sized these to fit my journal page. And so what did you guys think of the kit this month? I thought it was pretty fabulous, but I'm always curious to get your guys' take on it. And of course with digital images you get to resize. So on my kit this was smaller, but because I wanted to make a bigger journal, I went ahead and I sized it up. Melody, you like it? Yeah, I thought it was a kit in the making for a while, that's for sure, because I had picked up this sailing schedule a while back, and this is the original item that I scanned to create my ephemera, and I had scanned the front and the back, and I've had that for a while, and I just hadn't had a chance to gather all of the items that I wanted for my kit. So little by little, and that's typically how I create my kits. I have several kits in the making at the same time, and I just keep collecting. I put them in a folder as I find items I want to go in the kit or that fit the theme. I just kind of collect, and then when I feel like I have enough items or I have a good theme, then I put the kit together. Hello, Pam. Yeah, Robin, I finally used it. I know when I shared it with you, I think it was Suzanne had asked if that was going to go in the shop, and I said, well, I'm saving it for a kit, so I didn't actually put it in the shop right away. So it is part of the kit, and this is also part of the kit. These are like little I don't know, like identification tags, I guess. So I made these as part of the kit as well. All right, so the first thing I want to do is cover my, oh, you know what? I also wanted to share with you, before I get too far. So I have been playing with my new die set with these little cars, and I came up with my next idea for my class. So I think I'm going to do a Christmas in July class using these cars. And if you don't have the die set, these finished cars are going to be part of the kit. So I am working on my prototype now, but I did finally come up with my idea for my next class. My class coming up in March is a vintage map class. So I will keep the seats open until this week. So they're going to close this week because I'm starting to put the kits together, and the kits are going to go out next weekend. So if you do want to participate in the vintage map class, get your tickets this week, because after this week I'm closing it down. All right, so let's see what we're going to do here. I'm shutting her down after this week. All right, so what am I going to do? Let's see. So let's cut this in half. And let's see, right about there, I guess. All right. And I thought that would fit, but I guess not. So I need to find some paper to cover this. I think I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. Yeah. So it's going to be 4. Make sure that'll work. Yep. So this is going to be 4. So let me tell you what the measurements are. And this is 4 by 8 1/4. All right, so these are 4 by 8 1/4, and this is just an old cereal cover. And you can make your journals any size you want, of course. I was originally going to make a smaller one, but then I decided to go larger. So you can make them any size you want. And this is going to be 4 by 8 1/4. If I can find my other piece. All right. Yeah, I think that's better. All right, so let me find some paper. Alright, so I just grabbed some quick paper here, and of course we'll grunge it up a bit. So 4 by 8 1/4. Let's see. So I'm just going to trim this down as well, and then I can go ahead and cover this. All right, so let's see. All right, so does anybody have anything exciting to share from the weekend, or was it pretty much just nothing exciting? My son is having a birthday on Monday, so we went up to Flagstaff to spend the day with him. I gave him that beer pop-up card, if you guys remember. I made that with you one afternoon, and he loved it. He thought it was so cool, and his roommate was even pretty impressed. He's like, "Oh, can you make some cards for me?" And I'm like, "Sure I can." But yeah, so he really enjoyed the card, which was kind of nice. And we took him out to lunch, and then we went and played pool with him. There's a bar that has a pool table, so we hung out with him for a bit. So yeah, it was a nice afternoon. All right, so let's see here, just gluing down my paper, using 12 by 12, always better for the bigger journals, of course. And the glue I'm using is my 3-in-1 Beacon. And let's see here, that probably was not the best idea because we need to flip this over, of course. So leave room for you to flip your pieces over, unlike what I just did. But that's why I like wet adhesive, because it is forgiving. So if I find myself chit-chatting and not paying attention, it's not completely ruined. Trying to decide if that's what I want to do. I think that's what I want to do. All right. Hi, Gloria. Nice to see you. All right. So next weekend, and I'll remind us at the end of the live today. Next weekend, next Sunday, I will not be doing a live because of the Super Bowl. I'm going to hang out with my hubby next Sunday. So no live next weekend. Because we will be enjoying the festivities of the Super Bowl. I don't normally do my journals this way, so hopefully it'll work out. Just trimming this down a bit, and then we'll help the paper along here. Yeah, you know, I'm not normally, Pam, I'm not normally a football game watcher, but for the Super Bowl, my husband and I, we make some dips. We've been doing it for years. We call it our own little Super Bowl party. So we make all of, not all, but we make some of the fun makes that you have at a Super Bowl party. And we just kind of hang out together. So it's just something fun that we do. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and varnish. Is that the word? Varnish? Varnish? Burnish, or you fold over your paper and make sure it's nice and crisp. Burnish, is that the word? I hear people using it all the time, and I'm like, oh, that's a fancy word. All right, so who is your team, Gloria? The game should be Burnish. Yes, thank you, Pam. The teams are pretty even this year, I'm hearing. Detroit Lions, okay. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that the is it the Eagles? The Eagles fans are really hardcore. I've heard a lot of people talking about that. So that's kind of funny. Okay, just trying to make sure this gets as tight as possible. All right. They beat Green Bay twice this year. All right, and then I'm going to use this red line tape. It's pretty strong stuff. And what I normally do is I'll put it right at the edge. So Melody, you're going to go to a Super Bowl party? That'll be fun. Yeah, even if you're not like a big football fan, it's always fun, right? With just the food and everything, I think. So yeah, it should be fun. So just trying to make this tight. I'm not sure how far we're going to get on this journal today, but it'll be something I'll keep working on if I don't finish. But it's going to be kind of like a Titanic steampunk theme. I thought that would be kind of fun. Alright, I'm just trying to make this as tight as possible. And that's why I like to use the red line when I'm doing it this way, because it will grab and hold the paper down rather than with, you know, the wet adhesive, it would be moving. Alright, so there's that. I'm a little bubbly there, but let me just give it some air. Alright. And then I'll flip it over and do the same thing to this side. Alright. So who out there makes journals? Do you guys make journal books, or do you pretty much stick to cards and whatnot? What are your favorite types of things to make? Do you just pretty much stick to card making? You know, I like working with ideology, so I like doing the 3D items. And then, of course, you've seen me make journal books. So you know that I do all sorts of paper crafting. I don't just do cards. Although I like cards. I guess I probably should have pulled this off first. After all, my handle is Taylormadecards4u, right? So of course that's how I started. You should have seen my early cards. My husband said I should do a video sharing some of my early cards. Because I've come a long way, baby. So Jim, you said you've purchased the supplies, now you got to jump into it. Yeah. And you know, like I said, I use old cereal packaging for my covers, and it works out beautifully. All right, so hi Cordelia. I was wondering where you were at. So I was just saying, next weekend, we're not going to be doing a live because I'm going to be hanging out with my hubby for Super Bowl. So just a FYI on that. All right. So we have a little bulldog, and I've shared with you Max before, and he had his surgery. He is a French bulldog, and his face is squished more than normal, so he has a hard time breathing. So we had him have an operation where they opened up his airway a little bit, and they opened up his nostrils to help him breathe, and then he also got fixed. So that the first couple of days he wasn't holding anything down. He was throwing up, bless his little heart. But he's doing really well now. And I know this is TMI, but God, does he cut the cheese and it stinks. That dog, I swear, he'll be sitting on you and you're like, oh, Maxie, come on. But he's terrible. And he just did right now. So I'm like, oh my God, that dog. So I know that's TMI, but that I share with you. he's he's so plump that he really couldn't lick his wounds, so he didn't really have to do the cone for too long, Jim. But he's doing good now. He's eating and he's not throwing up. But yeah, he's a stinker, literally sometimes. I'm like, oh my goodness. All right, so there's the outside of the book. Pretty easy, right? And then of course we're gonna put the inside. So for the inside and for the outside, I'm gonna do this. So this is what's gonna be on the outside. But let's go ahead and do the inside here. All right. So let's see here. So we're gonna do it in half, right? So how long is this? Yeah, Pam. Good thing you don't have smell-o-vision, because that dog. Oh my God, how embarrassing for him. But he doesn't care. Oh my goodness. All right. So how big did I say this was? 8 1/4. All right. So let me trim this down a bit. So I went ahead and I trimmed this down. So this is also part of the kit. Old, what are these? Like old ocean liner. I don't even remember what they are, but it has white star. It's some pretty fun ephemera. So this is one of the sheets in the digital kit. Let's see here. Trying to think how I'm going to do this to cover this. I'll just do tape, I guess, inside. Just kind of thinking it through here. All right, so let's do this. And this needs to come down a little bit. Maybe, maybe just a smidge. Whenever I say the word smidge, I always think of It's a Wonderful Life. When she's talking about, I think, her fever or something, and she's like a smidge of a fever or something. I always think of that. Not even a smidge. That's what it was. A smidge of a fever, right? Okay, so just trimming this down. Are you guys one of those people that have to watch It's a Wonderful Life every year at Christmas? I'm one of those people. So I usually watch it when I'm baking. Because it's not necessarily a show that I need to sit down and pay attention to because I've watched it so many times, but I like to have it on the background um, when I'm baking. And I'm one of those Hallmark Christmas people as well. I admit it. I watch the Hallmark Channel during Christmas. But that's all right, right? Okay, so maybe... I'm not sure how I got crooked here, so I'm just trying to even it up. I admit it, I'm one of those Hallmark Christmas people. Yeah, you know, it's just one of those Christmas traditions that you just gotta watch. All right, so I think that's good, right? All right, so let's go ahead and glue this down. Hi, Frida. All right, so for the inside of the journal, I always do the wet adhesive because 9 times out of 10, the first time I lay it down, it's not going to be straight, so I have to move it a little bit. And that is just the plain facts. So I'm going to go ahead and just adjust it here just a smidge. Get that lined up. All right. Looks pretty good, don't you think? All right. And probably could have made this a little taller, but that's okay. That's all right. Miracle on 34th Street. Gosh, Cordelia, I haven't seen that one in forever. But that is a good one as well. Do any of you guys watch like the old Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, like White Christmas, and some of the oldie Christmas ones? The Holiday Inn is a good one as well, with all the dancing and everything. But those are always fun to watch. Hey, how about if we don't put this upside down? What do you think? See, that's why I like wet adhesive. All right, so just trying to make sure this is correct. Oh, no cable? Yeah, that's where you're going to find all those oldies. All right, so I think that's good. All right, so for the middle piece, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some of this, what is this? This is Sure Tape. I use it for all my journals. A lot of times I will do the whole thing, but I'm just going to do the inside. So let's just figure this out, shall we? All right, so gotta take my glasses off for this one. So excuse my head if it goes in the middle. So I'm just going to try to find the middle here. So does that look like the middle? I think that's the middle, right? All right, so put in my tape. And then my word of the day, burnish. Burnish? Burnish. I'll burnish. But since I left a room, when I glued it down, I don't have to do a lot of burnishing. Is that a word, burnishing? All right. Boy, this is sticky stuff. A lot of burnishing. Don't have to do a lot of burnishing. And then I'm going to just trim this. use that one. Do a little trim here. Y'all know I'm not an exact crafter. But, oh, Max. Okay, round 2 with Max. Oh boy, that dog. Whew. Okay. All right. Hey, Rebecca. So I am working with my new digital kit called Golden Age of Ocean Liners. And we're making kind of like if you were to go on a trip, you have like a little, you know, brochure book to hold all your things. That's what we're doing. So I just finished the book part. And now I'm going to go ahead and that looks pretty good, you guys, don't you think? I think that looks really good. And then we're going to go ahead and put this on next. Okay, so let's see here. All right. I even went and found the song on the Titanic. Wasn't that Near My God to Thee when it was going down? So I found some sheet music and I aged it up. And that's going to go in the journal too. That wasn't part of the kit. But I thought that would be fun for my journal. All right, so let me add some distress ink so I know where my edge is. All right. And then ever so slightly. All right. And then I got my collage medium. I'm just going to add some of this collage medium down here just to help it stick. I should have added my walnut stain first. Yeah, so that's going to be part of the page. All right, so let me add my walnut stain. That should be one of my trivia questions if I ever do trivia, right? What is Monica's favorite distress color? Would you guys get that right if I asked that as a trivia question? We should do that one day, right? Do like a trivia game. That would be a lot of fun, I think. And then I'll give away something. Do you guys think that would be fun if we did like a trivia game to see how well do you know Monica? What do you think? That would be fun, I think. I can make like little question flashcards. And then figure out how we would figure out who chimed in first. I guess whoever wrote the question first, right? On the live. But that would be kind of fun. Oh, Melody, you don't have walnut stain? Oh dear. That's like my go-to of all go-tos. It's my fave. It's my favorite. Alright, so I am using some of my collage medium here. I'm being very generous. You use black soot. Yeah, you know, I use black soot the crayon. I've used that a lot. But for my journals, or for my edging, for some reason, I always go back to walnut stain. Vintage photo is good as well, but I like the walnut stain is just a little bit darker, and that's why I tend to go to that one. Let's just make sure that sticks down. I got a little bubble there. I don't like bubbles. All right, so there's the first one. Got some bubble action going on there, and I don't like it. Just hold that down a minute. Oh, Melody, you gotta leave. All right. Well, I'm glad that you were able to stick around for a bit. Remember, no live next week. All right, so where is my other page? I ordered from Tolls, but I get carried away. Yeah, you and me both, sister. You and me both. All right. Where's my other page? All right, so this is the back. Oh, you're not leaving. I thought you said you had to leave. I meant to get walnut. I'd have to. Oh, leave the house. I'm with you. Okay, so you'll have to explain. So do you not leave the house? You can order it online, right? You know what, Rebecca? I don't even use the oxide of the walnut stain, believe it or not. I use the oxide for everything else, but I prefer, and I can't say this for all of the distress inks and oxides, but I prefer the ink for the walnut stain versus the oxide, believe it or not. I prefer, I like the darkness of it. I like how crisp it is as far as the color. The distress oxide, I think, would be a little bit too, oh gosh, I don't know, too light. I guess that's the word, right? But yeah, I prefer the actual ink. All right, so there is the front and the back. I like it. So the next thing we want to do, I gotta think, how am I gonna close this? I should have probably thought of that before I got started. You use tortillas as buns? That's fun. All right. I should have thought about this ahead of time. How am I going to close this? Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. Yeah, Robin, for sure. The regular distress inks just are a little bit, the colors more, I don't know, it's just not as soft, I guess. It's more real, if that's even makes sense. All right, so I'm just making this a little bit more grungy. Because after all, this is from 100 years ago, right? All right. So I'm just gonna. Okay, Cordelia, thanks for stopping by. All right, so there's that. So I'm gonna go ahead and add. I'm trying to think what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna add the holes for my book. So let's see here. How far do I want these in? So the paper I'm going to use is this paper. So that's an interesting question, Jim. So yeah, who else out there uses the index? I don't use it. I probably should, but I'm pretty good about knowing what I have. So I don't think I've ever double ordered anything. But I can see how that can happen, right? Alright, so I don't even think I'm going to have to trim this, you guys, if I sew it in. If I use the elastics, I'm going to have to, I might cut this a little bit smaller. Let's see. I'm trying to decide, do I sew these? I don't think I'm going to sew them. I think I'm going to use my elastic. So I am going to go ahead and trim these down a bit. All right, so let's figure this out. All right, so these are 8. So I think I'm going to make them 7.5, maybe. So Melody, you just started crafting maybe 6 months ago? Really? I didn't know that, Melody. All right. I did not know. Well, welcome to our obsession, right? Holy cow. All right, so these are 8, so my score line is going to be at 4, right? Half of 8 is 4, right? Check my math. Sad. Check my math. Half of 8 is 4, correct? Oh my goodness. And let's see here. So, let's see. Well, there could be bingo on the Titanic, right? Games. Okay. Thanks, Robin. All right, so let's see here. We're gonna just do, not sure how many pages I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll do 6 to start. I don't want to use that as a page, so let's see what else I've got in here. I like that one. That's pretty good. Let's see. I like this one. It's 2. And what else do we got here? Ooh, I like that one. All right, so 3. So we'll start out with 6 pages. But the nice thing about the journal book is you can add to it. Yes, Jim, we are going to make some pockets. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just trying to figure out my paper situation first. Okay, so there's that. Fold this in half. I don't like that Tim doesn't have the 8x8 paper anymore, or the 12x12 paper. I get why he's not doing it anymore, but I don't like it. But I'm at a point now also where I don't hoard it anymore. If I want to use it, I'm going to use it. Yeah, Robin, I used to hoard them, but not anymore. If I have it and I like it, I'm going to use it. I mean, you know, it's just, I get it though. All right, so I cut 1/4 of an inch off of these, so now they're 7 3/4. And then I'm just gonna kind of figure out. This really doesn't matter because I'm not gonna sew these in. All right, I'm gonna have, I think, just 2 signatures for this. So let's figure out where the hole needs to go. All right, so let's see. So I guess somewhere like right there, and right there. Whoops. Help if I don't break my pencil, right? And I like this crocodile because you can set it and forget it. Yeah, that's good right there. Look at that. Oh, perfect. 1, 2. All right. Set it and forget it. Uh-oh, who's brought out the chocolate? Spring is definitely the chocolate time, right? With the Valentine's and Easter. That's enough chocolate to go around. All right. Cordelia's back. Yes, I'm still here. I'm still putting together my book. We're already, where are we at? We're almost at an hour, but I'm going to keep going for a bit, y'all. So hopefully, even if you have to check out, I get it. But I think I'm going to keep going. All right, so I'm going to use black for my brads. Or should I have used gold? Not too late. I guess that's not black. We had some tough math equations here, Cordelia, earlier. I had to figure out what half of 8 was. And Robin brought out the calculator, and we determined it was 4. So, got a little math heavy there a minute ago. All right. Okay, so there is that. Okay, so how many of you guys have this crocodile? I love it. See, I gotta take my glasses off when I'm doing stuff like this. All right, so push. I love my crocodile. Push. So Jim, if you're gonna start getting into journal making, you need one of these crocodiles. You have one, Melody? Yeah, it was a great investment. A little bit costly in the beginning, but I think well worth it. You know, it's one of those things where, yeah, it costs a little bit more than you want to spend, but I've definitely got my money's worth. All right, so I think that's good. Okay, so let's put a pocket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the elastic strings to insert these. And that's how it's going to go. But let's go ahead and do a pocket before we get too far here. So let's see what I got here. All right. Ooh, look at that stuff. So I think I'm going to make like a little passport or something. I don't know yet. Should I do a pocket out of that, like leather? Pockets. I'm trying to think. Maybe I'll do. Oh, I know what I'll do. Maybe that. Let me see what I got. Let's see. Thanks, Robin. Should I do a big pocket? I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do here. Kind of like that. Okay, so maybe I'll put that there. All right, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do here. So this would be like that, like that, and like that, right? All right, so let's see if I can figure this out here. So let me figure out how tall I want this pocket first of all. Yeah, Gloria, I have the corner rounder too, and I really like it. I do like it. All right, so I'm going to take a little bit off the top, just a bit off the top. All right. And then it's going to kind of go like that, I think. Or should I have it as a slide in? See, I can't decide. I just can't decide what I want to do. Maybe I'll... Decisions. It shouldn't be that difficult, I understand. But sometimes it just is. Nope. Oh, that's what I use. Okay, I've figured out what I'm going to do. Alright, so I think I'm just going to do some side pockets here versus the kitty corner pockets. Alright, so just, I think, do slide in one and slide pocket. Do slide in one on one side and the pocket on the back side. Should I do the slide in here? Is that what you're saying? That's what I was thinking. Maybe just to, like, you know, if you know, when you're running on, it's just like you want to stick something right there, right? All right, so I think that's what I'll do. Good idea. Sometimes the decisions are what takes so long, right? And then, yeah, I think that's good. Just something like that. And then I like to punch the little thumb hole, I guess is what they call it, the thumb notch. I don't know. I like that. All right. Okay, so we'll do glue here, 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 here. All right. Just like that. And then we can put his little ID, right? All right, so let's see. I'm going to definitely back this because it's flimsier than I want. Yeah, it's a circle punch melody, but I like how it has the little notch right there. All right, and then for the back pocket, we talked about having an actual pocket. So maybe, oh, I know what I'm gonna do, y'all. Because I had this idea earlier. Let's see, what did I do with it? If I can find it. Oh God, my desk is a mess. See, I think I should make it like a little passport. to think about that a minute. I mean, when you're traveling, you need a passport, right? How pretty that is. I think that's going to go on one of the pages, though. That's pretty, huh? All right, focus, Monica, focus. Can't find it. Maybe I'll do a little pocket out of this. That would be kind of good. All right, yeah, let's do that. All right, so maybe this should be, I don't know. I'm going to wait on that. Decisions. Ooh. So this is what I'll do for my pocket. So this is one of those coin envelopes from Tim Holtz, right? Maybe I'll do that as my pocket. What do you guys think? These are my little inserts. I'll just take those out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this as my pocket because that's kind of travel-y, right? All right, so we'll do that. Of course, let's add some walnut stain because that's what we do. And then we'll glue this down. See, my favorite part is decorating, so I can't wait to start decorating the pages. But we're already over an hour. I don't know if we're going to have time. You might have to just see the finished journal in 2 weeks when I come back. Maybe if you're a Patreon, I'll give you guys snippets of it along the way. Yeah, these envelopes are great. I agree. I concur. Look, I could put that little brochure. It's right there. How convenient, right? My goodness, I'm so ridiculous sometimes. All right, what else do I have here? So, got lots of stuff. Now, of course, I'm going to be using my remnant rubs. Let's see. Oh, speaking of remnant rubs, so yeah, like I said, I started getting out all the items for my class coming up, this one, and these are two of the items you guys are going to be getting for the class. So you're going to get a full packet of dolls, and you're going to get the remnant rubs. So that's going to be part of the kit. So yeah, I'm going to start working on it because there's going to be a lot of personal items that I include in the kit. So Robin, yeah, I know you're part of it. I think I have 5 people that have signed up, which is fine. I think that's a good size. So yeah, Robin, your kit's going to be coming next week. So yeah, you're going to get a full pack of the dolls and the remnant rubs. So if you haven't played with the remnant rubs yet, you're gonna. All right, so I think, yeah, that'll fit. Let's see, I started to tape on the side. Thank you. No risk of gluing it shut. Yep. All right, so this is going to go right here. And it's a perfect size. Okay, so I have about 15 after. So we'll go for about 15 more minutes, you guys, and then I'm going to have to finish the rest of it off camera. All right, so there's that. That might be all right, right? I don't know. I might put some of these in here. Ooh, I wonder if that will fit in there. Not quite. Okay. Focus, Monica, focus. All right, so that can go there. Okay, and then let's see. Yeah, that's a great idea, Robin. Yeah, so in the kit you're gonna get three maps, and it'll be great because you can make 3 different journal books, or you can use the extra map for pockets and and decorations and whatnot. So yeah, it's gonna be a great kit. All right, so there's my 2 pockets, y'all. Let's see. I think we should do a couple of pages. I definitely want to do like a little passport, but I think that's too big. Maybe I'll do like a little... Oh, I know what I'll do. All right. Don't you love it when I have those ideas and I'm like, oh, I know what I'll do. So let's use one of these people to create a passport, right? Let's see. Yeah? I think that would be a fabulous idea. Okay. This is leftovers from one of my classes that we did. Do you remember the field notes class that we did, the journal book? So this is leftover from this class. And then I made another mini book too. This is fabulous. I was thinking about selling it, but I haven't decided to let it go yet. But this is another little book that I made. But aren't these fun little books? I think they'll eventually end up in the shop. But sometimes I just like to keep them around to look at them. Is that ridiculous? I just like them. Yeah, those are big people, Melody. All right, but I think they'll be great for my little passport. Let's see. So I think I'll glue him down and cut it. So let's put some age on this guy here. Do one of the signatures? Yeah, I can. Let me do that next. So I should show you how to bind it too. Maybe I'll do that really quickly. And then we'll just pull one of the pages out. Alright, so this is going to go like right there, I think. And then I think I'm going to cut this down a little bit. I'm so glad, Melody. Paper crafting is so much fun, isn't it? And I think I've shared with you before. I know I have a shop, but honestly, I do this for me, and I just, where's my hole rounder? I just had so many items. I had to start, I didn't have to, right? But I started selling them to help support my hobby. Okay. Where's my corner rounder? It's a big old chomper like this. How can I lose it? It's around here somewhere. All right, so we're gonna back this. So let's do that first. Okay. Oh, it's making me crazy. Where's my circle rounder? Oh, there it is. All right. So if you guys don't have this kit, I think I still have it on sale. It's getting ready to go off sale though after this weekend. So if you are interested in getting the Golden Age of Ocean Liners, which is what I'm playing with today, it's gonna go off sale after this weekend. So go grab it at the shop if you haven't yet. Okay, all right, so there's that. Yeah, I always do at Halloween. I always do the 7 days of Halloween. It's my favorite time to craft is Halloween crafting. And I'll do it again this year. Of course, I always do. All right, so let's go ahead and round these corners. That looks pretty good, I think. All right, so there's my passport, right? And then, let's see, oops. Oh, you know what? So this is what's coming in the map, the vintage map kit too. I'm going to give you some of my vintage stamps, but let's put some stamps on this. Maybe just do a couple. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe on the other side? Let's see. Something like that. Maybe I'll do something like that. No, I don't like that. But I am going to put some here. Alright, so I'll put that there. And these journals, you know, you don't sit down. You don't just make these in one sitting, right? They take a bit of time, but I think that's what's fun about them is, like I said, just the craftiness of it. I found that jar of vintage stamps at the flea market. Isn't it fabulous? I love the jar too. And then I think I'm going to, let's just put some numbers. All right, so let's just cut. Let's just cut some numbers here. All right, so let's see. Why am I whispering? I started whispering to myself. All right, so we'll put this here. Register. All right, and then we'll do this here. I love doing numbers sideways. All right, and then let's see. What else can I put? I don't want to do condemned. Let's, ooh, identification. That's a good one. For the actual journal pages, I might actually bring out some of my my stamps because I can go a little bit bigger. Sorry for the glare, you guys. And then identification. Maybe we'll just do that like right. Should we do that sideways or should we do it on him? Let's see. I can do that right there. I think I'll just put it on him actually. That's good. I don't know what that white gunk is, but we're going to make it brown. All right. Shot the dog. Oh no. Hope not. Hopefully not, right? Okay. All right. Gotta go shoot the dog. Well, a shot is kind of a shooting, sort of. All right. So there is my identification. And then should we put just like a number? I don't know why. Nah, I don't like that. I should have put like 5. I don't know why I need a big number, but I think I do. Sometimes you just don't know why you need it. You just need it. It's kind of like the Tim Holtz products. You don't know why you need it. You just do. Right? My husband's like, why do you need that? I just do. I can't explain why. It's just a necessity. Right? Okay, I hope I didn't go too high up there. I did. That's all right. That's all right. All right, I think that's good. I kind of like that. What do you guys think? That came out pretty good. All right, so that's his passport, right, for the trip. Look at it. Fits perfectly, y'all. Oh, that's perfect. I love it. I love it. I love it so much I'm going to kiss it. Mwah! I love it. All right. And then let's go ahead and do one real quick page. Okay, so these are called signatures, you guys. I know I'm running along today, but these are signatures. And do you want me to show you how to lace it, or I have other videos to show you how to lace it, or else we can get right into a page. So for my page, I want to use, just tell me what you want to do, and I'll do whatever you guys want. I'm just going to lost my train of thought. Use some of my pieces from my kit. Yes, I do know how to speak. I'm grabbing paper here. Let's go ahead and do some of this here. So, kiss my brain. I know, right? And I really like the parameters from Craft Roulette this weekend, too. I kind of popped in on Friday. I might have to hurry up and make a card. All right, so this is the Nearer My God to Thee. But you know what? I actually have a bigger one. Yep. So I cut out that smaller one, and then I thought, you know what? I kind of want a bigger one for my page. All right, this is some of the wallpaper that's in the kit. Isn't that pretty? All right, so let's go ahead and just tear this. I'll put a link to this Nearer My God to Thee if you guys want it, so you guys can download it. It's not part of the kit, but I think it fits. Okay, so, and then of course, show you how to make the lace. Okay, yeah, I'll lace it up in just a minute for you guys. So, this is the music sheet. Let me just go ahead and get rid of some of that white around the edges. Isn't that fabulous? Love it. All right. Okay, and then I'm going to add it like this. Let's see. Let me add some glue here. Layering is my favorite type of crafting, so whenever I get to layer, I'm always happy. I love doing layers. And look at how fabulous when you add that walnut stain and then you add some of this distressed collage medium. I just love how it ages it up. I added some of that collage medium, and then this is when I will use the vintage photo. So let's So this is the Distress Ink Vintage Photo. And if I'm using browns on browns, get some of that brown off, I'll use the same blender. You just don't want to blend oxides with distress inks. That's a no-no. But inks on inks is fine. All right. Ooh, that's really smudgy. And then, let's see here. Shall we put, let's see, Condemned. Oh, that's pretty gruesome. All right. Shall we? Your sister's kindergarten teacher was on the Titanic. Wow. Wowee. Alright, so I don't know if they would be smiling though, right? Probably not. Maybe this is before it started sinking. Okay, let's see. I'm just looking through my paper dolls right now, seeing if I can find something. That's a good one. I know the story of the Titanic is very sad. Let's go ahead and add this. What do you guys think? But so yeah, so Melody, the signatures are you just decorate the pages. Before I add that, let's see if I can add other pieces of ephemera behind it. What do I have? Just looking through my desk here. I keep all the scraps. I never know what I'm gonna want to use. Even if it's just little pieces. I think, even that I think looks pretty good, just as a point of interest, right? I'm going to dig through my ephemera pieces also. Like I said, I'm not only going to use my items from my kit, but I want to use some of my other pieces as well. So, because this journal is going to end up in the shop, I don't keep typically what I make. So I'm going to decorate it all up, and it will end up in the shop. So it's going to have all sorts of wonderful items in it. Something like that. I always like to add points of interest, right? Let's see. And that's all it is really, is just kind of playing with your ephemera pieces and finding what you like. Something like that. Theater. All right. the flowers though. Ooh, I wonder if this will fit in the pocket. That fits in the pocket. All right, focus, Monica, focus. I think I'm going to just cut some of these flowers. Something like that, maybe. What do you guys think? Something like that. All right. Okay. So of course I'm adding my walnut stain. Now I wanted to, whenever I layer and I want it to be specific, I usually add the layer before I put it down. So something like that probably. And then we'll put this like that. Put that right there. I like that. I still think I want to do something with this ticket though. I swear I'm almost done, you guys. I might just do something like that. Okay, so put that like that. Because I'm sure when they were on the Titanic, they went to the theater, right? And then something like that. And I'll do that on every page. And Jim, I'll show you how I bind it in just a second. I know I'm running long. I apologize. It always happens with journals. Okay, so I want that to be a little holder. I think that looks good. And then I'll probably put some remnant rubs or something like that. We'll see. I don't know, I'll figure it out. All right. So yeah, let's bind it really quick. Okay, so I'm almost out. All right, so this is elastic that I use to bind my books, and I have to remember how I do this now. Okay, so I do it so I still have the back so I can like put something on here, but this is typically how I do it. So I will have two signatures. It's very easy, you guys. So it ends up like that, and then I just tie this in a knot. And I have this elastic stuff in the shop, if you guys don't know where to find it, or don't want to buy a lot of it. But that's essentially how I do my books where I want my signatures to come out. And I like doing it this way. I mean, I do sew in my books. In fact, when we do this particular one, our journal book is sewn in. So this is going to be sewn in. But what's nice about this is if you make a big enough book, this can become one of your signatures as well. But that's how I do my journal books, where I'm going to have the signatures come in and out. So pretty simple. And then these pages will just fit right in here if we don't get them caught on other pieces. All right, so there we go. Yep. So there's one set of signatures. Is that what she did at Ellen Hill or Ellen Hill? Yeah, I don't know. But this is how I do mine. Very, very simple. And then as you fill it up, you know, you're gonna have, it's gonna be thick enough so it will hold all of your fun stuff that you create. But yeah, that's it. I probably will. I didn't think ahead of times and create a bind. But so a lot of times if I don't have a bind, I have some lace in the shop. If I can find it, I'll show it to you. I think it's in the shop. Some vintage lace that I usually will just tie around it, or I'll get twine. I haven't decided yet. Once I finish the book, I'll figure it out. So yeah, that was it, you guys. So thanks for hanging with me. I know I went extra long today, but I wanted to kind of get this little journal book going. Kind of the take on the Titanic, but just using my new kit. So I hope you guys check out my new kit. And if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, you guys, and like, I guess that's what thumbs up's, right? Like the video. Okay. So don't forget, no live next week. We're gonna be chowing down on Super Bowl, but I will be back the next week, and hopefully this journal book will be complete and I can share it with you. Okay, y'all, we will see you later, and thanks for stopping by. Bye.